Hey everybody, it's Jim here. Today we're going to be doing another guitar comparison, and this is one that I've been really excited about filming since I received both of these guitars. The 77 Exrubato, handmade in Nagano, Japan, in the Gibson ES-335, made in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to be starting off with some sound samples, and then I'm going to be talking about the things that are harder to discern via YouTube format, as in how they feel and what I like about both guitars and how they stack up as far as the playing experience goes. But to begin with, sound samples. I asked you guys in a live stream what amplifier you wanted me to use when I did film this demo, and the majority of you voted on the Friedman Pink Taco version 2. There will be no other overdrive pedals whatsoever used in this because the Friedman's going to carry us for more than enough. Any reverb that you hear though will not be from the amplifier, as it does not come with any reverb. It will be from the Strymon Volante. We're miking it up with the 57 right into the Apollo interface and in the Pro Tools. So let's hear them. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but to me, these guitars definitely sound very different. This guitar, one thing to keep in mind about 77 and the Exrubatos, this is one of the versions that came with the 77 made pickups, the AL25s in them. Some of the later versions, before they were discontinued in 2021, came with Mojo Tone hand-wound pickups. Those are the ones that are in the Albatross that's hanging in the case behind me, and I feel like they're definitely a step up from the ones that are in this model. So if we're just going straight on the recorded tones that you heard, I don't think there's anything wrong with the pickups in this guitar, but I definitely prefer the pickups in the Gibson. And some of the reasons that I prefer the calibrated T-type pickups that are in this guitar to the AL25s and the 77, these have a bit more clarity to them and definitely more note definition, especially once you start introducing gain on the bridge pickup and the neck pickup. You really notice that this guitar is just a little bit more transparent. When there was less gain involved, everything that we played was basically on the edge of breakup on the Friedman. I noticed that the 77 was just a little bit boomy for my taste. It felt like there was just a little bit too much bottom end. And when I do these comparison videos, I like to keep the settings on the amplifiers and the pedals, when we do use pedals, exactly the same, so you can get an idea how they're going to sound given the same exact environment. And in this case, I felt like the sweet spot for both guitars to kind of show what they're capable of leaned more in the Gibson's favor than in the 77s. Now, I think it's only fair, since I gave my opinion on which guitar I preferred through the sound samples, to also give you which one I preferred as far as the feel and the playing experience goes. It was a lot closer than the sound samples, if I'm being honest. Neither of these guitars are a slouch as far as the build goes, but I'd say this one. I love the necks that are made from the visor. Whether it's the Momose Jaguar, whether it's the 77 Albatross behind me, or whether it's this 77 Exrubato. Mr. Momose himself, he is known as the master of guitar necks in Japan for a damn good reason. It's just such a wonderful playing experience. I do kind of like the bigger frets that typically come on these style of guitars from Momose, whether it is any of the models I aforementioned or this one. It's just an absolute dream to play. The feel of the actual finish on the back of the neck is exceptional. This is just an outrageously good guitar. And while it is possible to optimize the way any guitar is going to feel in your hands, as far as having the frets really rounded off and smoothed off, making sure that they're level, and having a professional setup done on the instrument to get the most out of its potential, there are some things that are harder to change on any given guitar than others. Neck carve, neck shape, neck feel is a bit more difficult than swapping electronics. And this leads us into the value proposition, because a lot of people, when making purchases or considering a new guitar, that absolutely comes into play now almost more than ever, since our dollar doesn't go as far as it used to. To some people, the Gibson will always be worth it. And if you do go onto the Gibson demo shop where this guitar came from, you can get a significant discount. If you purchase it new, it's $3,300, but I've seen these ones $2,500 in fair condition, which is what that one was graded at, and also $2,799 in good condition, which I would consider to be very minor blemishes. This guitar, you can find these in Japan. They're not as easy anymore because some people have caught on to them, but about $1,000 shipped to your door in great functioning shape. You factor in any given set of pickups that you want. For me personally, I do a Lindy Fralin pure PAF in the bridge, but a Fralin Sunbucker, which is much more like a single coil in the neck pickup, and I think I've hit a home run. At the end of the day, all the labor costs and all of the pickup costs and the guitar costs, I'm still $1,000 less than what I would spend for the Gibson. So if you're somebody who likes to tinker with electronics, but you want something that feels, like really feels like a high-end professional instrument, it's impossible to beat these divisor guitars, in my opinion, and for what I enjoy and what I prefer as a guitar player. Gibson is also amazing, and fortunately, I'm in a position where I get to keep both, and I do feel like they are different enough that it's worth having both around. But now I'd like to hear from you. What did you think about the comparison? Which guitar did you prefer? If given the choice, which one would you rather have? Outside of that, thank you for watching. Thank you for continually supporting this channel. You guys really do mean the world to me. Play your guitars, enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, everybody.